Hello everyone, my name is Rachel Hagerman, and I'm an intern working with Superstition Review this summer. I'm so happy to have Cindy from Changing Hands Bookstore with me here on this Zoom call. And today we'll be chatting about ways that readers can still support local bookstores like Changing Hands and safely purchase books during COVID-19 and this whole season that we're going through right now. So thank you so much for being here with me today, Cindy. Before we jump into our questions, can you introduce yourself and your bookstore to our followers?
Sure. I am Cindy Dash. I am one of the co-owners of Changing Hands Bookstore. Changing Hands Bookstore has 2 locations, Tempe and Phoenix. And in our Phoenix location, we have a coffee, beer, wine bar called First Draft. We opened in 1974.
So obviously COVID-19 has impacted all businesses these last few months. What is Changing Hands specifically doing to ensure customers can still access their books safely?
So that's a great question. So we shut down even before our governor asked for the shutdown. We just felt we're a community gathering space. It's how we pride ourselves. It's how we've made a living. And suddenly being a community gathering space became a liability. So we closed our doors to the public, but the next day we just pivoted and said, what can we sell and how do we sell it? And so the first thing we did is said, buy gift cards, because that was like an immediate loan. And the community came out and bought gift cards. It was insane, and it's still amazing. Then we just said, how do we get people their books? People want books. So we started sharing all the ways that people can order online from us. And then we started assembling bundles and care packages to sell books in other ways.
And then I noticed that you have Curbside Pickup. Can you talk a little bit about that? There are quite a few businesses with some version of that right now.
Yeah, so we knew we couldn't bring people inside, but we felt we could bring what was inside outside. And just like restaurants where you can get meals to go, books are an essential item. And especially with home learning and working at home, and people needed these items. So we just immediately started saying Curbside Pickup, offering it, both locations. It had hours of the day. A bookseller comes out with a face mask and gloves, and everything's in a bag, and anywhere from handing it to somebody to putting it in their trunk. And then both stores have that. And of course, in the Phoenix store, you can actually get book and a coffee or book and a bottle of wine.
Nice.
Yep, delivered to your car.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun seeing people post on social media about their book lovers care packages, which you can order from Changing Hands. Can you share what inspired this idea?
Yeah, this was one of our very creative staff. Well, I mean, first, there's an amazing bookstore in California called The Ripped Bodice, and they immediately launched something just like this. And we were like, okay, we're going to steal that. That is so good. And we called them, and they guided us and gave us great information. And then one of our amazing, brilliant staff just started putting it, twisting it, making it more of, Changing Hands idea, paying homage to the original idea. And it's basically, we match you with a book, but there's also a packet of fun things from the store. So you can get hardcover or paperback, and you take a little quiz, and then our booksellers match you based on reading the quiz. It's a little BuzzFeedy, and then you get a packet of just fun things from the store, and it can be Arizona themed or cat themed or self-healing themed. So those have been great.
Yeah, they're really fun. I actually got one for my mom for Mother's Day, and it was fun filling out the quiz for her. She loved the book, so your booksellers clearly know what they're doing. So
good. That's good to hear. I'm going to add too, so we did our Book Lovers Care Package, which you saw, and then we just started saying what else is coming up and what can we do. And we did the Mother's Day bundles, and we have these graduation packs where there's a book and there's gift items. And now we're in the process of launching book bundles. So the book bundles are, somebody can spend $50, $100, as much as they want. And you take a quiz that is even more fun than the other quiz. You get, and if you want used books and sale books and new books, you could get so many books, especially if you pick new and used. And then we just send you a bundle of books.
Oh, I'm excited to see that. That's a really
fun.
good idea. Yeah, especially with, because even when things go back to the new normal, Arizonans, we're going to be at home still. Let's be honest.
It's going to be 120 here very soon. Nobody wants to go outside.
No, not me anyway.
Yeah.
For audiobook lovers out there, how can people purchase audiobooks from local bookstores like Changing Hands?
That's great. So we have a partnership with Libro FM. They're online. They're an online audiobook company. They work with independent bookstores. They're completely competitive. They have an amazing collection of books. So it's Libre FM, and we just get a percentage of that.
I noticed in the last few days, I've noticed some virtual events happening at Changing Hands on the calendar. Yep. Can you speak a little bit more about what attendees can expect from these online events?
Such a great question, because they're so new that I can tell you what they can expect, and something else might still happen. So a lot of authors, what's so hard and so sad is they all had books come out this time, and it was the saddest thing. These bookstores are not open. They all thought they were having releases and tours. So a lot of bookstores and public information places are doing virtual events where the author might be in conversation with somebody, and many of them are free to watch, and you can buy the book afterwards and support the author and read the work that they wrote. On some of them, you have to actually purchase a book to even watch the video. So we're going to see a lot of these. Changing Hands is doing a few of these as we learn more, learning from other stores who are a little bit ahead of us on this. But we're also doing a lot of workshops, and we see ourselves doing a lot more workshops. And people seem to be pretty excited because we're hearing from a lot of people who said they can never attend our workshop at that time in our location, but from home they can. So we're seeing a lot of new people come to the workshop class realm that we're going to be doing, that we are doing online.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is something that will continue into the future?
I do. I think we're going to have virtual events for a while, and, you know, they're going to narrow a little bit in scope. They're going to get stronger. I just think that the virtual author events are really going to be a thing, and they're going to become really interesting. I think we're going to see some amazing people in conversation that we might not have before because of geography, and now there is no such thing. I hope to have in-person events again, but I could see them both happening.
My last question for you is, what is the store most looking forward to when Arizona can safely reopen businesses completely again? Our new normal, as people have been calling it.
There's so many favorite things, but I really love to see when people bump into people there, either somebody they know or somebody they meet, because what they have in common is the love for books in that space, and the love for, so seeing community connect. That's what I'm looking forward to most, to actually getting to experience that again.
Yeah, books connect us.
Mm-hmm.
It's I've definitely missed seeing people in person. That's something I'm looking forward to as well.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me, Cindy. I've really enjoyed the chance to talk about the ways we can still be involved with local bookstores during the season, even if it looks a little bit different.
It does, but people buying from people have to support indie businesses right now, or they're not going to make it.
Mm-hmm. It's scary, but true. And
Very
Changing
true.
Hands is one of my absolute favorite bookstores. So I'm really looking forward to when you can reopen your doors.
Thank you.
In person again.
Yes.